and causing a lot of disruption here, but just not doing enough damage, I think, because that was, I mean, that was a lost battle. He does kill off a couple drones just to be annoying, and the Dark Templar sneaks in the back and hangs out. So sneaky little Dark Templar is going to hang out in the back and just be sneaky like, and Saint's not going to have any of it. He's going to try and hunt that sucker down with those Hydralisks and the Overlord running after it. So speed upgrade coming in at a good time for Saint. Otherwise, those Overlords probably would have been in a lot more trouble earlier. But so he's going to be able to track down that Dark Templar. Anyway, yes. Anytime is taking his third base in the top right. I wouldn't be, wow, how did that Dark Templar get out of there? That's amazing. He might even, he almost got a drone kill. Almost got a drone kill, and that would have been amazing for him to actually get out of that. I don't know how he managed to get, there was a small corridor. There was a group of Hydralisks coming at him. I have no idea how he got out of that situation. That's really strange. Anyway, it looks like Anytime's top right base, his new expansion, might be in a little bit of danger. He's only got 2 cannons there, and it looks like Saint might be mounting an attack on that location. He's got a couple Lurkers and a few Hydralisks running over to that direction. It looks like Anytime has mined out that mineral patch so he can run his forces behind to get over there, but in the meantime, he's going to come under a little bit of an attack. Yeah, there's the probes running away, and Anytime's going to have to act fast to get rid of those forces there. I'm not sure if he has the forces on the ground to actually deal with that, though. He only has a small force because he sent out his zealots in an attack earlier. It looks like Anytime is going to counter. Instead of going after him, he's going to try and do a counterattack here, and that base is definitely going to get polished off, and he's actually going to be in danger of those forces moving into his main, but he is not having any of it. He's just going to go and counter in, figures if he can trade a base for a base, he's going to be better off, and so he moves in, takes out the Sunken Colony, but there's a lot of forces coming in from behind, and Anytime's Dragoon is a little bit out of position there, but I just don't think he has enough zealots, and he doesn't, oh, Jesus, oh, no! Lurker's slaughtering those zealots. Lurker's slaughtering the zealots. I don't know if he had an observer there. If he did, it may have gotten driven off by the overlords. The overlords there. And wow, this is looking really good for Saint, actually. He managed to take out Anytime's top right base. And now he's attacking the mineral line of his natural expansion. So Anytime does not have any good mining. Oh, he's got a lot of Templar there. If he can get off a good storm, there's 1 good storm, 2 good storms, 3 good storms. Nice. So this Templar may have been fresh out of the academy, fresh out of the gateway, with just waiting for enough energy to cast those storms. I'm not sure. Or Anytime could have been waiting for an observer to spot or something. I'm not exactly sure what was going on there, but anyway. So Anytime is going to survive the moment, but he is not looking good at this point. Not looking good at all. He's sending a few more zealots in there while Saint's forces are in the middle. Saint definitely dodging that storm there. His Lurkers are clumped up, though. 2 storms could take out 3 Lurkers right there, the way they were clumped up, and I'm not sure why Anytime was not taking advantage of that, but he may not have an observer in the area to know where to cast those storms, I guess, theoretically. Oh no. Oh, are we going to see a doom drop here? Only 2 cannons in the main for Anytime, and Satan has been distracting him on the right flank. He's been distracting him in the middle, and here comes the Overlords coming in. I'm not sure if they're actually full or not. They are full. Wow, and he does not have any High Templar in the back. Usually in the later game, you'd have an extra High Templar hidden in the back just in case something like this happened. You could storm the crap out of the drop. But he does not quite have enough forces. He's having to bring a whole force back here, and those Lurkers are in a nice position. It's going to be really difficult. Oh, almost chases down the observer, but does not. And some storms are going to clean this stuff up now. Nicely cleaned up. But again, coming in with some Lurkers on the right. Again, to attack some probes on the right there. So Sage is doing a really nice job of harassing on all different angles, all different occasions. And doing a really, really good job of keeping Anytime on his feet. Although the thing is that he has only stayed at 3 bases this whole time. So if Anytime can somehow pick up another base while all this is happening, he will be in a good position. But for the moment, Saint does have the advantage. He's got that 3rd base. He's probably not near as close to being mined out in his main as Anytime is, and he's doing a really good job of dodging the storms. Oh, not just as I say that, he does not dodge the storms very well, and his whole force gets slaughtered by a few Templar there, and Looks like these Dragoons probably are going to clean up these Hydralisks, maybe. But there's more forces incoming. No, save your storms. Save your storms for the next big battle. There's a lot more forces coming in there, and he just used the storm on just 2 High Templar, although it was a situation where, you know, there was just a few Hydralisks left and a couple Dragoons left, so he kind of needed to cast that storm to win the battle. Here we come in. Another good storm, but no, he misses the whole clump of... Wow, okay, next time he does get the whole clump of Lurkers, and the Dragoons polish off the last couple hits. By the one storm will almost kill a Lurker, but not quite. You need another hit from a hit or two from a Dragoon to finish it off. And so nice job storming 3 of the Lurkers and then polishing them off with the Dragoons there. So nicely done. He's able to fight that off. So anytime may be in a good position here. After all, he's got a lot of Dragoons going down the middle of the map. He's got a few High Templar to accompany, and Saint only has Hydralisks around. He does not have Zerglings. Zerglings are going to be a lot better against Dragoons, although with the Storm, they're definitely a lot more difficult to control to be of effect. And nice storms, well, except for that last one taking out one Hydralisk, it looked like. But now Anytime is pushing in on this third base. If he can take out this third base, it'll be huge. He's got a clear shot with a storm. Hit the drones, hit the drones, hit the drones, hit the drones. I'm not sure why Saint is putting some overlords up in the top there, but yeah. So Anytime has gotten that third base back up now, and this time Saint is on the defensive. So Saint is not going to be able to go up and attack that top right base, I don't think. He's going to have to defend his bases right now. Otherwise, he's going to lose his left side expansion. So things looking pretty good for Anytime at this point. I mean, looking at Saint only has you know, a dozen or 2 Hydralisks out right now, and just a few storms will polish that kind of thing off. And here we go, Anytime pushing up the middle, putting on some more pressure. Nice storm right on that clump. Oh man, right on that group of Hydralisks, hitting a lot of units. Needs to get that High Templar back out of there. It looks like that Templar is going to go down. Nice, another storm to protect the first one. Oh, and another good storm. So 3 storms doing a lot of damage to those Hydralisks. Those Lurkers are damaged as well, so one more storm should polish off at least 2 or 3 of them at this point. And Wiz, he might be going for some kind of just a little mini drop. It's really a nice tactic, I mean, to do some harassment just by dropping a couple Lurkers in random places behind supply lines. There we go. And he did, for some reason, he burrowed it within range of that cannon. I'm not sure why he did that. That was a little silly. But it's exactly the kind of thing that Saint needs to do right now. It's just do random little things like that. Throw Anytime off. Try and do some extra damage to him. And there's a little Zergling just hiding in the corner, waiting for a probe to come over and make an expansion. It's a good move to do. Just leave a Zergling at all the random expansions you think the Protoss might expand to, and then your Zergling might chase off the probe. And also, if your Zergling dies, you know that Protoss is probably going to try and expand there. So it's a handy little thing to do. So he chases off that probe that looked like it was going to start an expansion at that location, and there the Zergling runs back there as well. So that's going to prevent Anytime from getting expansion over there. Although he did clear out the Zergling at the right side base, it looks like, so he may be able to set up an expansion there anyway. And that'll be a little bit easier for him to defend as well. It looks like we might see a battle here in the middle. Whoa! Templar getting caught out in the middle of nowhere, casting a last-second storm in death, and does a decent amount of damage for itself. You know, puts up a good fight as it goes out, and that's going to gives Anytime the incentive to just try to move down the middle here, getting a good chunk of Hydralisks there. He's going to be able to move down and really put the pressure on Saint, and this time if Saint loses that expansion, he is definitely dead because he's gotten that bottom left expansion barely going now. He really needs to save his left side expansion, otherwise he's going to be in a lot of trouble here. 2 Lurkers attacking that top right expansion, though, at the same time. If he takes that out, again, Anytime will be the one in trouble. And here we go, huge fight, a lot of Dragoons lining up nicely. Oh, needs to storm that nice storm right on that clump of 3 Lurkers, and that is why you do not just burrow them all when they pop at the same time. That is why you need to spread them out first, although he didn't really have a moment to react. The Dragoons were right on top of him. He needed that firepower immediately, and but it just cost him because he was not able to spread them out at all. And you saw how that one storm took all of them out, and now he's losing his natural expansion. Anytime said, all right, screw that left side expansion, I'm just going to go after your natural if it's going to be that way. And he is all up in his base. Another little Lurker drop going down here, but I think it might be too late. It might be too late at this point. Anytime, it's hard to say though actually, because anytime, you know, he's probably not mining much of his top right base. He's now not mining his natural expansion. He's probably almost mined out in his main. So if Saint could somehow manage to hold this off, he'll be in a good position. But no, he's not going to be able to hold it off. So Saint GG's. Anytime takes game one. Anytime the new star of the Air Force team, and despite the fact that all the fanboys were saying, "Oh, Reach is joining Reach is joining Ace, Reach is joining Ace, he's gonna pwn." I have to toot my own horn a little bit sometimes when I call things well. I did say that Anytime was probably going to be the best player on Ace, and he was going to be the only player that was going to provide a real big boon to Ace, and he has been Ace's star. He's been playing really well and winning games for him. So GG on a game 2, which will be Anytime versus Jaehoon.